Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of mini review and tryout of the new Jaclyn Hill setting powders. I did pick them up, so if you guys are interested to see how I feel about them and whether or not they're worth the try or pick up, then just stick around and keep on watching. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with Jaclyn Hill, she is a very controversial beauty YouTuber here on YouTube. She's been on here for ever, it feels like, since YouTube first became a thing. She has had a lot of hate when it's come to the beauty industry and her releasing products. Anyways, she's come up and above from like the bad lipstick line and everything, and has created several makeup products that have been really good and, talked about. Now she's released a setting powder line and under eye cream. When I went to go purchase it, it was, or primer I mean. When I went to go purchase it, it was already sold out, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get my hands on it. But I was able to pick up 2 of her setting powders. Now, I only picked up 2 of the items. There was another one that was a pressed powder that was translucent to set the entire face. I didn't pick that up, mainly because I don't really like pressed powders to set my face. And I figured with this one, we could do the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the 2 different powders and what I think about them. I did try it on yesterday for the first time and again today, so it is what I used on my makeup today. The first palette here is her face palette, and we're going to go ahead and show you the sleek packaging. Sorry for my fingerprints and stuff like that, but like I said, I did use it. Now for this palette, I did pick up the medium to tan, and it comes in 4 different shades. We get the shade Banana, Caramel, Orange Cream, and Hazelnut. So that's what the inside of the packaging looks like. As you can see, it comes with a very decent sized mirror in there, and then the 4 powders in there. So I'm pretty sure this one's Banana, this one has to be Caramel, then we have Orange Cream and Hazelnut. So these 2 right here look like perfect powders for under the eye for me. The yellow is always a little bit more brightening, and then this one just looks like if I just want to go ahead and set the under eye. Now, with both of them, I did try them out, and I don't know if it's because it's not working with the type of foundation and concealer that I've been using. Currently, right now, I am using the Florence by Mills, which is more like a tinted, basically, moisturizer instead of an actual foundation. But I feel like it gives really good coverage. So that's, like I said, what I have on my face today. But I don't know, it looks very powdery, and yet the makeup is not set. So I'll go ahead and insert the clip where I was doing my makeup and using it. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if it's because it's just not playing well with the actual product itself. She did mention that you do have to kind of get past the first layer of the powder, so I did expect to see a little bit of a difference today when I used my makeup, but I saw the same thing. I did notice that my concealer was a little bit disturbed when I did try to set it, and I did use a clean brush with it just because I wanted to give the product, every ultimate chance to see how I felt about it. And so far with this combo that I used, is the Florence by Mills concealer foundation, I don't think they like each other. It does leave the skin and the foundation look a little bit textured. And then she did mention that it was supposed to be more of a creamy powder so that it's not super drying and dry looking underneath the eye, which I really do appreciate that because I am 31. And I know that's not like super old, but it's also not young anymore. Age is definitely starting to show on my skin. Even though I do take really good care of my skin and I do a lot of skincare treatments, I'm going to get older, and we all are. And eventually that's going to start to show, even if we do skincare, unless you're getting like stuff done, which if you can afford it and you're not scared to do it like I am, by all means go ahead and do it. I would. I'm deathly afraid of needles. But I'm like, eventually stuff is gonna show. So I have really, really fine lines underneath my eyes. I've had them since I was a kid, and they're only getting worse and more apparent now that I'm getting older. So putting powder underneath my eye only enhances the appearance of them even more. So this was a powder set that I was really interested in trying, just because I was hoping that a softer powder look would make that less apparent and not as noticeable, because I mean, I do want my concealer to last and hide my mommy panda eyes, you know? So I was hoping that it would work for me, but unfortunately, like I said, it didn't set it very well. So today's palette part, now we're going to talk about the Jaclyn Hill Loose Setting Powder. I did pick up the shade, let's see, Brightening Light Banana, and I mainly picked it up because I did want something that I could set underneath the eyes as well, you know, to bake and stuff, and then also to powder and set the rest of my face. So I picked this one because a lot of my foundations are a little bit on the darker side, and unless I'm outside, you know, like, see on my arm, I don't tan. I'm pretty fair if I don't tan. So right now my arms are pretty tan and the rest of my body isn't. But anywho, I did want something that was gonna brighten up the skin a little bit and kind of help my foundation match me a little bit more. But this powder I actually do like around the skin. Again, I also felt the same thing, that it didn't play very well with the foundation that I'm currently using, which is more of a tint than an actual foundation, although it does give you a little bit of coverage. She did say that with this powder though, that you would get more coverage and more flawless finish. Now I did see that I got more coverage, but the flawless finish, like the blurring effect that she was talking about, I did not see that. Like I said, it did kind of disturb the foundation, and it did give me like that powdery look without completely fully setting. Like even now, my face still feels pretty dewy. It looks really pretty on camera from what I can tell. At least from seeing on the monitor. But I did use this today to go ahead and kind of bake underneath my eyes, because I could see already that my creases were like really creasing, like pretty bad creasing. So I did dab a little bit underneath, and I felt like it did set my under eye pretty well, but I feel like it's like she said, not super drying, that you still kind of feel, yeah, like that little tackiness, that little moisture underneath the eye, which I guess I don't mind. I did recently watch a video from Nicole Guerrero. She's another beauty guru here on YouTube who's basically one of the OGs, and she said that she stopped putting powder underneath her eyes. I think we're the same age. If not, she's older than I am. I'm not entirely sure, but she said that she likes the capability of being able to reblend out her concealer with her fingers, since she is getting older as well, and powder just isn't as forgiving on aged skin. So I kind of like that concept too. Take what you will from it. Like I said, this is more for, I guess, girls my age, or women my age, I should say. I mean, I'm 31, so if you're in your 30s or older, this one might actually be a good option for you, because I did, you know, kind of dab underneath my eye, and I was able to kind of repair the appearance of the concealer without taking away too much of the coverage from there. So I like this more than the face palette. If anything, I would say to try one of these and see how you feel about it. If you want something that's really light, that isn't gonna, for example, let's talk about the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. If you want more of a dewy finish underneath your eye, this is probably a powder that you would want to try, because it is really light. It's not going to dry it out completely. You're still going to have some of that moisture underneath there, where it's not going to look super dry. And like I said, I do like the fact that I'm able to kind of pat out the powder to make my creases look a little bit less apparent. But anyways, beauties, that is basically it. I hope you guys found this video helpful in some way, and whether or not you were debating on picking out one of these products. Leave me some comments down below on what you guys think, if you've picked them up and how you feel about them. This is just my personal opinion. Again, like I said, I am really prone to creasing underneath the eye because I do have a lot of fine lines under there. Unfortunately, it's just genetics. I was born with them. My daughter has them. I haven't noticed if my son has them, but he might. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that that's what I have to work with, so ni modos. But anyways, that's basically it. I hope you guys truly did enjoy this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am posting 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday is an additional beauty video, sort of like this one, and every Saturday is a shop my stash or a family time vlog. If that is something that you are interested in, then go ahead and subscribe and join my beauty community here on YouTube. That is basically all. Until next time, bye!